जय हिंद एवरीवन, दिस इज डॉक्टर चीनू Kwatra एंड वेलकम टू द नेक्स्ट एपिसोड ऑफ इंसान बनो पॉडकास्ट, जिसमें हम बात करते हैं उन इंस्पायरिंग पर्सनालिटीज से जिससे मैं इंस्पायर होता हूँ. सो आज ये एपिसोड बहुत ही स्पेशल एपिसोड है बिकॉज आई एम टॉकिंग टू समवन वेरी मच यंगर टू मी और जिन्होंने मुझे और शायद बहुत लोगों को अपने इंस्टाग्राम जर्नी से मोटिवेट किया है. ये जर्नी, शी इज़ नॉट डांसिंग ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, she is not singing on Instagram, she is not showing her clothes like get ready with me on Instagram, she is not showing the luxury lifestyle or traveling on Instagram, but she is sharing her own personal journey on Instagram. And that's how this young little angel captured my eye and I wanted to do something for her. That's the best thing. I thought I can do it right away. Though we are a bit late to do it, we were planning. I was traveling, she was busy, but it's never late, I suppose. If you want to do something better for the people and the world. Welcome on this podcast, Tanisha Dhariwal. You are the someone who is motivating me, and I'm sure many other people around. I can totally understand. I cannot relate to your journey, but I can understand the pain you are going through. But with that pain, you are the bunch of happiness. You are the bunch of laughter, and I love that thing because लोग जब बहुत ज़्यादा अपने अंदर गुजरता है और जब खुश रहते हैं और दूसरों को खुश रहना सिखाते हैं ना, so that journey is the best journey, I suppose. So yes, welcome on my podcast.
Thank you for having me so much. I was very excited to come because I've been looking at your journey, and not many people do so much for the world anymore. And I think you were also an inspiration for me. So I always wanted to be like, let's have a chat with him. And I'm really glad to be here. And yeah, let's have a conversation.
So yes, this journey is of this girl who inspire the world into a different way. So what made you come on Instagram and talk about your journey of cancer?
Yeah.
Me saying that, why don't you say that? How did all started and how did all it came into your life? लोग बोलते हैं कि जब कैंसर हो जाता है तो सिर्फ वो इंसान नहीं टूटता बट पूरा परिवार टूटता है, पूरे फ्रेंड सर्कल टूटते हैं. सो आई वांट टू टॉक टू यू अबाउट दैट जर्नी.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of reasons why I started doing my chemo diary. First was that I think I'm an empath. That means that I love helping people, and I think you are the same. Like giving something back to the society gives me happiness. And during the journey, I just thought, मेरे को sad नहीं रहना, sad रह के मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. So I just thought I want to help and inspire. And if anyone else, like a person who's fighting cancer, can take something from my journey, that would be the best thing. Like, because in these 6 months, I'm not getting a career, I'm not studying, I can't really even step out. So the only thing I could do is come on social media and tell people that it's all right to go through this. You don't have to give up on life, you don't have to give up on your family, your friends, or yourself.
Right.
And also because I was reaching out to so many organizations, I was like, मेरे को मदद करने का मन है. Like, I want to work for the Cancer Society. None of them replied. None of them bothered to even see what's going on in my life. And I just thought, I will be the change, If I can do this, so can other people, And yeah, that's what really motivated me. And my Masi, she's also a survivor, and she told me that this time is just a detox for you. Right. Don't take it as chemotherapy, cancer, take it as cleansing. Just, you're going through a very heavy cleanse and you come back with a new body, and yeah, that's what it is. So I think, yeah.
So I would say that you are taking this as the cancer journey as your vacation period, where you are chilling, you are relaxing and giving the happiness to the people and getting the happiness yourself. To everyone who's seeing her, she's just 25, and that's the reason I told that I am too older than her, but still I am getting inspired. So people who are looking at us, I would just say that age is just a number, and the maturity comes with the experience and not with the age. So अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि आप 30 साल के हो चुके हो तो आप मैच्योर हो, तो आप गधे हो. आपको अगर एक्सपीरियंस है और आप 20 साल के हो और आप मैच्योर हो, सो आप सही हो. So yes, how did all started?
You're so right about age being just a number. because I've realized cancer does not look at age.
Exactly.
It will look at just like, a person and hit it right out of nowhere.
Right.
So I am 25. I was in a boarding school for 6 years of my life. And I think boarding school really helped me in a way to deal with this. Because मैं इतनी disciplined थी, इतनी career oriented, इतना like ambitious I was. So during this period I kept thinking, how can I be better? How can I grow? And how can I help other people grow? So I think in a way my journey started from there. I was very strong-minded and I used to play. People who don't know, I've played table tennis and football nationals all my life.
Lovely.
So I was like physically fit. It's not like कि मैंने fitness पे काम नहीं करा and all that. So other people think कि she used to party. That's why this happened to her. Look at her. It's not that. Cancer, blood cancer का reason even scientists don't know. So don't come here and tell me कि judge me about my lifestyle. Like it's not because of that. There is no known reason. So I just feel after that I went to DU political science. Then I went to Australia to do my law degree. And there I found out after 5 months of studying there, I saw a swelling on my neck. And I thought कि कुछ भी नहीं है, swelling है, चली जाएगी. I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell my sister. I was just living. I was working, I was studying, also going out with my friends, and I didn't tell my friends also. फिर एक दिन I went to the doctor and I was like, actually मेरी swelling है तो अब क्या करना है? And then I did a blood test and they were like, okay, it's serious. You should tell your parents. And the doctor called me and the way he told me was so chill. He's like, hi Tanisha, your results are back. We will refer you to a specialist. And he's like, you have Hodgkin's lymphoma probably, and don't worry. And then he was about to cut the call and I was like, okay, but what is Hodgkin's lymphoma? मैंने नाम ही नहीं सुना था कभी, मुझे idea ही नहीं था. And then he was just like, oh, it's blood cancer. Don't worry, don't freak out. And I was like, what? Don't freak out. Like, you can't tell me that I have cancer and not freak out. And then I cut the call and I remember crying. I was like, let me cry first and then I will have the energy, to tell other people what's going on. Then I told my parents and my parents were, as Indian parents are, they were like, kuch nahi ho sakta apan ko, hum to kar lenge, like they were very motivating in that sense. And I knew what they were going through. They were practically crying all the time as well. So I prepared myself before coming to India कि India जाके करना ही है, जो होना है अब होएगा. So I was pretty strong in a way कि I need to deal with it. Whatever is happening, I can't change it back. I cannot go back to suddenly being a non-cancer person. It is what it is. And then my journey started. I started chemotherapy in Bombay. And one thing that I should talk about is how hospital versus a daycare center that people don't know about. Usually everyone goes to a hospital. But somewhere or the other, for my chemotherapy, the prices were so different. In Bombay hospital, they would charge me 80,000 for a day for chemo versus a daycare center, मेरे को 20,000 में same चीज़ करके दे रहा है. Plus they are giving me a nutritionist, physiotherapist and an oncologist. So I feel in a way, cancer के जगह, like, everything aside, our emotional, physical battle, financial battle is also a big thing. So I'm sure there are a lot of, hospitals that do it for free also. थोड़ा insurance भी हो जाता है. But even for us, like, we're a well-to-do family. Even for us, it was very, like, it was a struggle in a way to get through it financially as well. And the fact that we found a daycare center and not many people know about it is something that I want to tell them. Trust it. Like, सबका mentality ऐसा होता है कि अरे celebrity oncologist के पास चलते हैं, celebrity doctor होना चाहिए. Exactly. That is not true. They would charge you 8 times more the amount for something that some other doctor can also do. और जो आपको आके देखेगा सही में, like.
Basically, the right treatment is the need and the brand is not the need.
Exactly.
So usually we are so brand freak that we want to go to the best and best and best, and the best is decided by the society, not by us. It is the judgment which is given by the society. So I want to wear the bestest brand. Who have decided it?
Yeah.
हम ही डिसाइड कर रहे हैं ना, वो और कोई तो डिसाइड नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो द बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट्स आर वेरी मच नेसेसरी इन दिस केसेस. एंड जहाँ पे भी आपको लगता है कि बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट मिल रहा हो, हैप्पी एटमॉस्फेयर हो, अच्छा डॉक्टर हो, वेलकमिंग डॉक्टर हो, द डॉक्टर हु डज नॉट पैनिक हिमसेल्फ इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर. द डॉक्टर हु गिव्स यू pushes you in the panic situation with financial stress, with mental stress, and with the treatment stress is something which we suppose ke it should not be there. I just want to do, I cannot even dream about it, trust me. 6 months down the line, matlab last year November 2022, and this girl is sitting right here talking to us 7 months. How did you get that energy? How did you get that motivation? And I know this process is still long. You are going through a chemotherapy, and it will be a year or more than a year process.
Yeah, to recovery, yeah.
Yeah. So how, मतलब मेरे को नहीं समझ आ रहा. हमें यहाँ पे बुखार हो जाता है तो लोग पागल हो जाते हैं, and they started putting up statuses के I am ill, because usually आजकल क्या हो गया, लोग status डालते हैं so that people ask you.
Attention seeking.
अटेंशन सीकिंग के साथ साथ ना आजकल क्या हो गया पता है क्या, लोग कम पड़ गए, इंसान कम पड़ गए. आप जब बीमार होते हो तो आप सोशल मीडिया पे इसलिए डालते हो कि कोई तो ख्याल रख ले मेरा, कोई तो मेरे से बात कर ले.
Or that one boy should care about me.
Exactly, one boy, one girl.
He will text me now, you know.
So basically, I cannot imagine, I cannot even dream or imagine what is happening with you, but how did you keep up this energy so high? What is the reaction of your parents, and now what is the support you are getting from them?
So multiple reasons again. What was my motivation? Friends, family, everything I'll talk about. But mainly, I think I spoke to my dad once. There was a conversation where he was like, "Ab ye time period aa gaya, career break aa gaya hai." तो in a way, you know, Indian parents do worry about your career कि अब break आ गया, अब काम करना पड़ेगा, वापस तुम्हें जाना पड़ेगा, पढ़ाई करनी पड़ेगी, ये करना. तो I told him, I was like, instead of thinking कि ये waste हो रहा है time, I will take this as an opportunity. Right. Instead of taking something as a hazard, a health hazard or an emergency, think of it as कि कुछ opportunity मिली है तुम्हें. I think this is happening to me because I'm capable of doing something more with it. Right. I'm helping people with it, and more than earning millions, right now this is giving me happiness. Like, मेरे को तो खुशी मिलती है कि one text I get saying your story is so inspiring, and my mom, who's battling cancer, is so happy looking at you. So that gives me so much happiness कि किसी की मम्मी को, you know, you are inspiring, which is not an everyday thing. Someone who's a billionaire might just be sitting with the money, but no one cares about what they think. But if I can change with my thoughts, then why not? Like, so that was one thing. The other thing was friends I wanted to talk about. A lot of people say कि 2-3 साल बाद जो friends आते हैं ना और जिनके साथ touch में नहीं रहते हो but फिर भी same रहता है, वो होते हैं real friends. But this journey has taught me that is not true. 2-3 साल बाद कोई मेरी life में आके बोलेगा कि hi Tanisha, oh we missed you. I don't care. Go back to your life.
Go back to your life, true.
If you're not here for me right now, मैं 2-3 साल बाद तुम आओगे, मेरे को क्या करना है उससे? Like, right. I was there for myself and I will be there for myself. So I don't need those people who are like using excuses कि मेरा job है, मेरा ये है. If your friend is going through a terminal illness, like, don't find reasons and excuses to not be with them. Like, that is just straight up my answer. Like,
true. Friendship is all about being together, and it's a pity. I feel very pity about the world where people show off the friendships only on social media, and internally they know that खोखले इंसान है वो भी. उनके पास कोई नहीं है. They just have to show it around the world that they are surrounded by thousands of people. They have good friends. I feel I was other day going through a reel, and I was seeing a birthday celebration, and I can't name that person, but बर्थडे पे ऐसा हो रहा था कि वो कुछ जितने साल के हो रहे हैं, एंड देन दे आर कटिंग द केक, दे आर हैविंग शैम्पेन, दे आर हैविंग अल्कोहल, दे आर screaming loud that I am this age, and I feel that we have lost the charm of celebrating a birthday. And birthday ऐसा नहीं होता है यार. birthday सिर्फ दारू नहीं होती है, birthday सिर्फ पार्टी नहीं होती है. birthday is something that you are getting 1 year matured. You are being blessed by the universe that आपको 1 साल और मिला है. हमारे पास ऐसे ऐसे स्टोरीज़ हैं, हमारे पास ऐसे ऐसे लोग हैं जो रात को सोते और नेक्स्ट डे नहीं उठ पाते यार. उनको नहीं दिखती इन लाइफ नेक्स्ट डे. एंड देन हाउ कैन यू टेक लाइफ सो ईजीली दैट इट्स माई बर्थडे, आई डू वॉट एवर आई वॉन्ट टू डू. इट इज़ नॉट दैट वे. यू हैव टू बी ब्लेस्ड. स्टिल इफ यू वॉन्ट टू डू इट, बट शो शाइंग ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग gives me a goosebumps कि यार this is not birthday. This is not birthday. I feel we are born to give more to people. Do whatever, but give more.
I think birthdays can be a way of celebrating life itself, but in a way, I think the fact that, like you said, just waking up the next day,
Right.
for me, it got so real. कि, when I got to my birthday, I was like, oh my god, I have another year of life. Like, ये तो एकदम privilege है. Like, you know, how is this happening? And I remember talking to my friends a lot of times, and I was like, guys, like, for you to step out and have fun is so easy. Like you're just saying it as if it's a normal thing. For me, it's a privilege to be able to step out and hang with people without a mask, without, you know, carrying my water bottles, and like मैं pollution में नहीं जा सकती, मैं auto में नहीं बैठ सकती. Like suddenly everything has changed for me. So I think people take it for granted for sure, but वही होता है कि live as it comes, live the fullest, YOLO and everything. So I understand, but for me life is so different now. I cannot be smoking and drinking like other 25-year-olds and जैसे वो party कर रहे हैं. So I know I will have to change how I live, and it's fine with me as long as I'm happy. I'm good. I'll change.
So the happiness matters the most. If you don't want to do anything in life, it's okay, but be happy. Do whatever you want to do and be happy. That's the only thing I tell my people. I have become more sadhu sant now in terms of my mind, that it's okay if you want to break my trust. If it's okay if you want to ditch me. It's okay if you want to backstab me. It won't bother me.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. My vision and my way is straight. I will walk straight. आप पीछे से जो करना है करते जाओ. My motto and my vision is just to give happiness to the people, because that's how I get my happiness. Because that's the one. It is not one way journey. It is a two way. आपको अगर मैं स्माइल कर रहा हूँ तो आप सामने से मुझे स्माइल कर रहे हो, तो इंस्टेड वी आर शेयरिंग द हैप्पीनेस. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज़ ऑल अबाउट. सो यू शेयर्ड अबाउट फ्रेंड्स, you shared about parents, you share about your motivation. I want to talk about how did the judgment came into the picture. Like, I'm sure this look of yours must be, लोग एक बाउंड्री लाइन ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं डेफिनेटली, और आपको एक सिंपैथी की नज़र से देखना शुरू करते हैं इंस्टेड ऑफ एम्पैथी. व्हाट्स योर से ऑन दैट?
I think a lot of people who I surround myself with now, at least I am very good with cutting off people. तो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि जब
हाई फाइट होता है.
if someone has negative energy, even my mom says this, she does this. That is cut off the negative energy and the people around you, which is so important now. I don't have time for people who mess with my mental health. Like, मुझसे I'm there for you. I'm literally there for you. Whenever you need me, I will be. But as long as you're not trying to put me down and like you said, judgment. तो like लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं कि ये कैसे कर रही है, कि इतने अच्छे से कैसे, how she handling. So people, you know, they नजर लगाओ on that also. I was like, एक तो I'm trying to live my life, you know, the best I can. Can you be happy for me? And if I feel that they're not giving me the good energy, I just distance myself. That is how I deal with things. Like,
Cutting off is the mandatory thing, I suppose, which should be taught in the school. हमें स्कूल में सिखाना चाहिए कि हाउ टू कट ऑफ पीपल फ्रॉम. देयर इज नथिंग लाइक अटैचमेंट यार. देयर इज नथिंग लाइक एनीथिंग कि आप किसी के बिना रह नहीं सकते हो. It is all about taking your self-respect important, keeping it as a priority. Cutting off, I learned from my dad. He never taught me that, but my dad's elder brother, he got gangrene in his leg, and his leg till knee was amputated. So, and since he was not bothered, the gangrene was increasing. But similarly, my dad got gangrene in his toe, and dad told that I want to ampute my toe. The moment the gangrene came, I want to cut that. And that's how it hits my head. कि आपको अगर कोई भी जगह, कोई भी रिलेशन या कोई भी शरीर या कोई भी कहीं पे भी कीड़ा लग जाता है ना, उसको काट दो. वो कीड़े को बढ़ने दोगे तो वो बढ़ के आपको खा जाएगा. सो द मोमेंट माई डैड एम्प्यूटेड हिज टो, ही वॉज सेफ. देयर इज नो गैंग्रीन गोइंग अप ऑन द बॉडी. सो दैट्स हाउ आई लर्न द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ हाउ टू कट ऑफ. मैं बहुत मेलो ड्रामेटिक था. आई कैन नॉट लीव people, I want people around me, I want my people around me. But now if you can't treat me as a human, then please, I'll say F off.
as you should. Like, it's so important. So in Australia, I met my friends for 6 months, and I was so scared कि पूरी life मेरी उधर रह जाएगी. अभी तो चालू करा था Australia का life, and my career just started building. एंड आजकल की जनरेशन में इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट यू नो कि सब कुछ सॉर्टेड होना चाहिए, जॉब, बॉयफ्रेंड एंड मनी एंड यू नो गुड लाइफ स्टाइल, ब्रांड्स. बट मेरे पास ऑल ऑफ अ सडन कुछ नहीं था. नाउ द ओनली थिंग आई कैन फॉल बैक ऑन इज केयर, दैट पीपल आर एक्चुअली केयरिंग फॉर मी. तो लाइक यू सेड, लाइक जैसे ही मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि कोई केयर नहीं कर रहा है, आई डोंट डिजर्व दैट. राइट नाउ आई ओनली नीड टू बी अराउंड पीपल हु लव मी एंड एक्चुअली केयर फॉर मी.
So, the Chemo Diary, how that idea came into your mind, and on that Instagram page. So, Chemo Diary is an Instagram page of Tanisha, where she talks more about cancer, where she talks more about motivation. So, how did that idea came in? What is the content you do it? You need a lot of energy to make that content. How? Again, I'll ask the same question. How do you get that energy to make that content? एंड कौन करता है एडिटिंग, इसके पीछे कौन है, क्या है, कैसे होती है चीज़ें. But yeah, because I have seen a lot of content creators coming and doing a lot of things on Instagram, which I suppose that is the best thing for them. But you chose a different path. You chose a different part of giving your experience out to the people. So tell me about that Chemo Diary.
So I was thinking about it in December. I was hiding what was happening from my friends and everything. I was like, मेरे को नहीं बताना. I don't need people knowing this. What if it goes in the bad direction? What if I'm not even there the next month and if I start? But then I thought, you know what? I don't want to hide anymore. It is what it is. And even if I can show my happy parts on Instagram, why not show my sad parts or vulnerable parts? So then I started with the one video that I posted, and so many people started like reaching out to me. People who have survived it, people who they know have survived it, and they were like, "We're glad that you're doing this." So many, like 10 survivors who I talk to almost like every week. They say that we were in so much of a need for this to like listen to someone. So I was like, I'm done. Like, you know, this is my thing now. Like, I'm gonna get up every day and find a reason to give people to live, you know, find two reasons every day. I used to tell myself ki acha tomorrow meko pav bhaji khani hai, like as simple as that, like, you know, or tomorrow I want to you know, go to Bombay, darshan, do anything, like, you know, roam around. So I think you just need to find thoda sa motivation, and that's why I started doing it. And editing वगैरह मैं ही करती हूँ. I think I'm very bad at it. I'm not that good at it. But yeah, I think a lot of people have been telling me that it's inspiring them, even people who don't have cancer. So I think in general it can help the masses to just feel motivated to live life a certain way.
So it is all about motivation, I suppose, and it's not about cancer. It's about motivation. There are many things in personal life people goes through. So it is equivalent to cancer for people. कि किसी के रिश्ते अच्छे नहीं चल रहे, किसी के घर वाले नहीं मान. Yesterday itself, I get a message. I get a call from a girl. Since I run an NGO, I have that official number with me. That girl was 27, and she called me up. She's like, मेरे माँ बाप मेरी शादी ज़बरदस्ती करवा रहे हैं, तो मैंने घर छोड़ दिया है. अब मुझे एनजीओ ढूंढ के दो कि मैं कहाँ पे रह सकूँ. मैंने उसको एक ही चीज़ बोला. मैं बोला, आप कितने साल के हो? तो बोलती 27 साल के. मैं बोला, कोई नौकरी कर रहे हो? बोलती हाँ नौकरी कर रही हूँ. सो बोला, वाई कांट यू लिव इंडिपेंडेंट? वाई डू यू नीड एनजीओ एंड आश्रम टू स्टे? You made a decision to move out from your house. So before that, you should have been ready with your solutions. After moving out, don't do that this melodrama thing कि मैं घर से भाग गई हूँ, मेरे माँ बाप ढूंढने आएंगे, वो फिर शादी नहीं करवाएंगे. This is all nuisance for me. And you are running from the house which give you love, which give you birth. So I suppose that is not an end. I told I'm sorry, but we don't provide shelter for such kind of people. Who are not even there for themselves. That's a strong message to the youth these days, that don't run from your problems. Run with your problems.
And the solutions.
When you're running with your problems, now you become friends, and then the solution comes on. Because either you get habituated with those problems, or you find the chance to get out of those problems. So people are always against the problems and cribbing कि मेरा ये नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा, वो नहीं हो रहा.
ये बहुत लोग मेरे को बोलते हैं कि you know Tanisha, I got my hair cut and वो अच्छा नहीं लगा, and I was cribbing, and then I saw you with your baldness and you were happy. So she was like, and now I feel so dumb. So I was like, you don't have to feel dumb, but I mean, yeah, it's a
trust me, you have to be happy with yourself. That's the only thing. And I'm also taking this from you. At this stage also somehow the cribbingness to me comes in, but आज के बाद वो जो 1% भी मेरी cribbingness है शायद वो खत्म हो जाएगी after meeting you. You know what? 4-5 years back, we went to this Access Life, which is a children's shelter home for cancer kids. So जिनके मम्मी पापा जिनके बच्चों को कैंसर हो जाता है और वो अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते स्टे, ट्रीटमेंट तो उनका टाटा में चल रहा है, बट एक्सेस लाइफ इज़ अ शेल्टर which takes some money and gives shelter to those kids and they provide nourishment and all. First time I went there and I cried a lot. मतलब I don't know. I'm so fond of kids. I cannot see kids in this pain and all. But they were still laughing. I was crying. They were laughing. I like, what is happening to me? The next time what we did is सारे बच्चे थे, सबको गंजा किया हुआ था, सब हमारे बालों को देख के हमारे चेहरों को देख के they were like कि हम अलग हैं, हम क्यों अलग हैं. सो एक छोटे से बच्चे ने मेरे को पूछा था कि ये आप कर सकते हो, हम नहीं कर सकते. आपके बाल हैं, हमारे बाल नहीं है. नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन वी वर प्लानिंग टू गो, इट वाज समवेयर नियर कैंसर डे. Whole of our team, 10 people went bald. And went to meet them. And like now we are together. Now we are together. And
That's so sweet.
all 10 people, imagine all 10 guys sitting in the same saloon and getting bald. And like saloon wala बोल रहा भाई हुआ क्या है तुम्हें? बोले नहीं भाई, this is to celebrate cancer day. So that's how छोटी छोटी चीजें people can do to build up our community. It's not necessary guys कि आपके घर पे किसी को कैंसर हो तो ही आप awaken हो जाओ.
Yeah, you can always help.
You can always help. I say India is your family. I say this world is your family. So कहीं पे भी किसी को भी कुछ problem हो रही है ना, you have to be there out. You have to be more giver instead of receiver. So yes, Tanisha, we are towards the end of our Insaan Bano podcast. I want you to any strong message you want to give it to people, or any strong points, or anything related you want people to talk about and understand this journey of yours.
So one stereotype that I wanted to talk about is how cancer patients or survivors are looked at as damaged goods, especially in terms of like marriage, because the Indian society thinks कि अगर कैंसर हो गया है तो अब बच्चों में भी जाएगा और अब शादी कौन करेगा, what if health problems and what if they also die at some point. So no one wants to take the risk, but also we're also human. It's not that we asked for it or asked for this kind of life. So maybe I'm not asking for your help or anything, but kind of normalize it for them to feel like okay, they are accepted even as like marriage potential, not to make them feel like excluded and discriminated against, because we come back to our normal lifestyle. We go through a very tough period in our life and then we survive it for a reason to live life happily. And if the society makes us feel like you don't deserve that kind of happiness, that's just not it. So we need to change that a little bit.
So basically society is us, yaar. We have to change ourselves first, and then this thing, the taboo keeps coming. I am a 10 months divorcee, so I still face that thing. Though people want to love me, but they don't want to marry me because they cannot be accepted. The family cannot accept me, वगैरह वगैरह things. So it is just a कीड़ा in लोगों के दिमाग, which I suppose you need to kill that कीड़ा inside you, that we are humans and things goes ups and downs with us. So the more accepting natures, the more better humans we are. So this journey was a roller coaster ride for you, and which I'm sure you are in a big car where a lot of people are driving the car, so that you are in a safer situation. So whom would you like to thank through this podcast? Give your heartfelt gratitude to these people. Who are those people in your life? The main diamonds in your life.
I think starting with my parents, of course, like both of them since day one have been there for me like 24/7. I had to tell them, no, relax, like I am okay. So they were obviously the most concerned and caring. And then my sister, who is living in Germany, but then she keeps flying in again and again, which is not cheap to do, but she does that out of love, and I love her for that. And then my Masa Saab, my Masi and my brother, who we've been staying with in Bombay for 6 months. तो उनके घर पे we've been staying, and they made it so easy for us. Like we sailed through. नहीं तो मेरे को पता है कि we would have had problems to do up and down. The fact that they got the food, everything, travel, everything they sorted out for us. So, and my brother, he's just like, he was my partner to like get through this time, because every day he was my source of entertainment, the gossip and everything, like, you know. And my friends also. My friends, like my childhood friend has been like coming over almost like every week to like stay with me, and now she's not here, but Akshita. So I think these people, yeah, mostly. Other than that, like, yeah, my friends have been doing up and down, but these are the constant people.
Lovely, lovely. So you need to have lovable people to have that memory, have that journey of yours too lovable. Last but not the least, since the name of the podcast is इंसान बनो, and I keep telling that आर्ट साइंस कॉमर्स में स्कोप नहीं है, इंसान बन जाओ, बहुत स्कोप है. So what is your say on इंसान बनो? Any strong message related to giving back to the society?
I think, like you said, हर इंसान को इमोशंस फील होते हैं, तो फील देम. इफ़ यू फीलिंग सैड, एंग्री, depressed, anxious, or happy and loved, like, show those emotions. People feel too scared to show it. And with my chemo diary, I'm trying to show every sort of emotion that I've been feeling, and I hope other people feel empowered through it. And because my family has been working in this, like in Kota, we opened the Cancer Society, like the cancer hospital is founded by my family. So we really do care about this from generations to generation. And I like doing social work in general, like feeding people. I've been doing that in Kota, and I've worked with like specially able children as well. I've taught them how to read and write. Like all that, I really like giving back. So whenever you find time, be a corporate slave, but also find time to like give back a little bit. Yeah.
So basically, you're taking the family legacy ahead by being a giver, and everyone's family is a giver. Go to your history. Go to your past. Your grandfathers, grandmothers. I'm sure they must have fought for the country. So if that wasn't giving, then और क्या हो सकता है? So सबके जो पूर्वज है, सबके जो family are the giver. So you are also a giver. Let's start giving back to the society, and then we'll get it more. This journey, this talk was very inspiring to me. Very happy, very happy. I don't want to do. I was thinking that I don't want to make a sad situation, because usually for PR, for viral हो जाना, people tend to cry, people tend to show that emotion in the podcast or video, but I don't want to do it, because we are happy soul. We want to give happiness with the message, right message. And kudos to you, kudos to your journey. You have been the best guest, I suppose, and the best human I have ever met now. The youngest angel whom I can say, who's trying to do the best and being the best. Thank you so much, Tanisha, for being here. Thank you so much everyone who's watching this, and अगर आप देख रहे हो तो आप प्लीज़ शेयर करो. किसी ना किसी को इस पॉडकास्ट की ज़रूरत होगी आज. आई एम श्योर अगर आपको नहीं है तो आप प्लीज़ किसी और को पास ऑन करो. दैट्स द ओनली बेटर थिंग यू कैन डू राइट नाउ. जैसे कि मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, जितना प्यार आप दोगे उतना प्यार आपको मिलेगा. कीप वॉचिंग दिस चैनल, कीप सब्सक्राइबिंग दिस चैनल, कीप लाइकिंग दिस चैनल, कीप कमेंटिंग दिस ऑन दिस चैनल, बिकॉज इंसान बनो सबसे ज़्यादा स्कोप इसी में है. लव यू. थैंक यू सो मच टू माई टीम बिहाइंड द कैमराज हु हैव बीन ऑलवेज अ ग्रेट सपोर्ट in doing all these things. Thank you so much.
Thank you.